Okay, because I heard the intro song this time because last week, child, I don't know what was going on, but the intro song, it gets me hype. You feel me? Welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Is y'all good or is y'all straight or is y'all straight as a gate? Oh, yes. Thank y'all for being here. Like, y'all some real ones. And that's on, I don't want to say on hood, but y'all know. Well, this is the hood over here. You feel me? Like community all day. Okay, stay focused. Welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Let's get into the house rules. No profanity. It's just why? Why? It's so many words. It's just so many. It's like a plethora of words. We're just about to use all of them. Also, no bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. We all family. All y'all invited to the barbecue. And tell them I sent you. Who gonna check for me? Riddle me this. Who? Is exactly. Is that ain't nobody gonna check for me. And that's on period. Okay. Also, this show is called One Being Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability and or medical condition. Old heads, y'all know. Newcomers catch on quick. Get you one of us in your circle. Okay? But don't get you me though. I'm taking. But get you one of us. You got 5 seasons worth of guests. And then also, in addition to that, my guest tonight is top tier. So she's added to the community. Come on. Hi, Grandma. Love you. Like, I've been trying to tell y'all ahead of time, like, get you one of us in your circle because the tier keeps getting higher and it just got higher, even higher because my guest tonight. Like, oh, it's exhausting being this dope. Like it just is. What could we say? It's exhausting being over here. But once you get yourself over here, and then you be like, dang, Domo, you should have. I've been trying to say it. Get you just do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it at this point. Just get you one of us in your circle so everyone could be free. You feel me? And we could live abundantly. Bars. That was a bar already. We started early. That's crazy, Domo. Like you wasn't even prepared for that. Like that's wild. But when you have it, like when you gift it, you feel me? When you okay. Also, one of the most important rules, please hear me clearly when I say this. We talk about Jesus Christ on this show. I don't I don't know what they're doing over there. They ain't got nothing to do with me. But over here, JC is the way to be. Bars. Jesus Christ is better than white rice. Bars. The King Kings be doing his thing. Bars. The great Messiah be coming in like hot fire. Oh, it's just too much. It's just too much. It's just too much. Like he really be doing his thing. Like, come on, bro. He sits high and he looks low. Bars. I wasn't even trying that time. I wasn't even trying that time. But you know it's always gonna be a rhyme. Oh, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I need y'all to hear me very clearly. Okay? Hear me really clearly when I say this. Gabe, Gabe be hating. He be hating on my rhymes. Like I already told him. I'm like, big dog, I will teach you. I don't get it. Yeah, yeah, thank you. You feel me? Cause he really does. He be coming in. So you can get the win. He really does. Like, that's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. Gabe, you doing too much. You doing too much. Cause I was singing backstage. Cause I'm living my life. Y'all wanna hear it? Y'all wanna hear my live? Living my life like it's golden, gold. Don't I sound like Joe Scott? Y'all can't tell me no difference. I don't care what nobody says. Live, and you gotta do the finger with the thumb. Living my life like it's golden. Or y'all want me to see Erica? Can I get a win so sweet? So want nobody. Come on, bro. Multi-talented, multi-fascinating. And she can do all in one or none. Bars again. All right, so we talk about Jesus Christ for real. Like, all jokes aside, we really do. Because he the number one stunner. What? And we're gonna keep him the main thing. And that's on period. Also, in addition to that, last house rule. This is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests with disabilities and or medical conditions. Old heads catch on quick. Old heads, you already know what to do. Newcomers catch on quick. Lady O, Tyler Perry, but wait, there's more. Mother Ava DuVernay. I'm gonna see all three of y'all. It just is. It is what it is. It just is what it is. I'm gonna see all three of y'all. And Lady O, it's wintertime. Sweater weather. Thank you. And then also, hi mom, love you. And then also in addition to that, we're gonna chop it up. I need to be in one of your favorite things in Christmas, your little Christmas list. Something I got. An earring, a purse, a brooch. Something I got. It needs to be in one of your top 25 Christmas favorite. Okay? It needs to be in the book. Thank you for your time. Then we're gonna go to Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. You have options. We can go to one of your studio houses. We can go to your house. We can go to you just send me your location. We both got iPhones. You probably got 4, 5 iPhones. Just send me your location. Call your people. Tell your people to tell my people to call their people in. I'm like the people though. But tell your people to call my people on my phone to just child, shoot, I ain't gotta tell you. Also, and just that, thank you for your time. Next up, it's gonna be time to get our locks in a Lockefeller. Me and Mother Ava DuVernay. I'm sitting in chair 1, she's sitting in chair 2, and we doing what we do, bars. And that's on period. It makes sense in my head. And when it happens, thinking not strange. Okay? I'm just saying, thinking not strange. All right? And that's it, that's all. So, as you guys know, some of you guys know, some of you guys don't. But on this season, we added a segment that represents and pays homage to the awareness ribbons. Although this month is breast cancer awareness, there are other months and other ribbons that we like to represent as well. We do acknowledge those that have breast cancer and we appreciate you, but we also want to pay homage to the other ones as well because they are just as important, but they don't get enough acknowledgement. But on this show, yeah, yeah, yeah. Gate, what is this month's ribbon, please? Okay, October is domestic violence. Girl, say it right. Domestic Violence Awareness Month. What's the color, Domo? I'm glad you asked. Purple. Purple is the color. A lot of people deal with domestic violence and they don't speak up about it or they're just too embarrassed, whatever the case may be. But on this show, we want to bring awareness. We want to pay homage and acknowledge you and to let you know that over here, we see you. Thank you for your fight. It's definitely not easy, but we love you over here. All right, so real quick, I have come to the realization, child, I be tired at 9:30. Like my body, I tried. I'm laughing because my dad likes to make a grand announcement when he comes on, and I just don't understand why. Guess what? Him here. First of all, hooked on phonics, reading Rainbow, huh? Barney, Schoolhouse Rock, does work. What does him here mean? Finish the sentence. Amen. Amen. Um, yeah, so last night I went to the movies and it was at 7, right? 9 o'clock, the movie wasn't over. Eyes was droopy. I could not wait to get in the bed. I flew. Hurry up. Take me home. I'll be tired. Am I at that age? Child, I can't hang with the cool kids no more. I'll be yawning like, where is my scarf? I need to be nestled. Child, is this what life looks like? I'll be wanting to be home. Please, do you want to? No, thank you. I'm good. What time? 7 is too late. It needs to be at 4, so I could be home by 7. Child, when did I get this way? What happened? At what point? Because I was a 2 a.m., 3 a.m.er. Easy. Then get up for church in the morning. At 7. Get up for work. School. Run on 2 hours. Easy. What is sleep? 30-minute cat nap. No. Not no more. Child, good night. I'll be so quick to say good night. Oh, no, no, good night. Good night. Take care. God bless. I'm going to head out. Child, how did we get here? I'm getting old. I'm getting old, child. Y'all keep me lifted. Keep me lifted because I can't hang no more. I can't hang with the cool kids. I'll be wanting to go home, watch Lifetime, and eat some popcorn. Child, I be having to take naps midweek, midday for my second boost of the day. Child, who is this what getting older looks like? Or maybe I'm a little early. Who knows? But y'all just keep me lifted, child. Keep me lifted. All right, so my next guest, super excited and super grateful that she had graced the stage. She was supposed to be a guest 2 weeks ago, but we had prayer and nothing trumped that. And I'm super grateful that I told her and she was like so good with it. That's fine, not a problem. You just tell me the date. I'm like, you a real one. You a keeper. And for that, I'm grateful. All right, so Grace on the stage. I'm super excited to hear her story. Y'all know I don't be knowing none of my guest stories ahead of time. So I'm super grateful and excited to hear her story. All right, so without further ado, Amber, hop on, big dog. Come on. We need you. Hey, girl.
What's up out there in TV land, in the words of
Oh,
the
what
legend?
I think in TV
Yeah,
land.
what's
You hear
up?
me? Okay. We global, okay? I don't care what nobody say. We are global around here. How you doing? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm here in the VA dealing with this weather and this identity crisis, but I'm good.
Who? Okay, because goodness, I understand. All right, so thank
Yes.
you again so much for gracing the stage. I appreciate it. I'm super excited to hear your story. I just want to hear your journey, all the things. All right, so let's get into it. Can you tell us where you're from again, and then the
All
name
right.
of your disability and or medical condition?
All right. So I'm born and raised in Newport News, Virginia. Yes, yes, but bad news, Newport news. Well, we,
Nah,
we got some good news that came out of it this time.
right.
And my disability is renal failure, also known as kidney failure.
Kidney failure. Okay, so for those that don't know, can you just give us like a brief synopsis of what that looks like?
So basically, what that looks like is your kidneys, which are supposed to A, filter toxins out of your blood that are not supposed to be there, and also B, they are what helps you use the bathroom and things of that nature to get excess fluid off your body. They stop working properly. And when that happens, everything goes out of whack for the most part.
Really?
Yes.
Man. Okay, so I'm even more interested in hearing your journey. Okay, so can we start from the top? Can you tell us um how this even came about? How did you find out? What were you dealing with at that moment?
So it's funny you asked that. I'm a believer as well. You know, I grew up Pentecostal. I'm Pentecostal
Woo!
now. God brought me back to PAW right before I was diagnosed, so He knew what He was doing.
Right.
He said,
Wow.
you gonna need that Pentecostal prayer
Yeah,
circle
you're gonna
for
need the
the
girl. You're
what
gonna
I'm
need the
about to
girl.
bring you to. We gonna bring it back over here.
Right.
Um, no, I am back PAW, but my friend circle is all denominations. We're believers and we rep the
Yeah.
big God. But so funny enough, this weekend, I was on Facebook earlier, and they had the memories for those of us that still go on Facebook from time to time, where they'll show
Mm-hmm.
you things you posted about a year prior, 5 years prior, whatever. This is actually the 2 year anniversary of when I was
Wow.
formally diagnosed at Centera Hospital here in Hampton, Virginia.
Yo, that's huge.
This past weekend was the 2 year anniversary. I left the hospital after
Wow.
them doing a few rounds of dialysis on me over a 3 to 4 day period on October 7th, 2023. So
Wow.
God let you have a prayer meeting for it to be this weekend because He knew the significance. He is always on it. Okay,
So
always.
strategic. So
Yes,
strategic.
always on it. I'm like, oh God, I like that. I
I
like
like
that
I
right
like you a
there.
little bit. Like you my dog, for real.
So how everything happened was at the time I was teaching. I was a first year teacher. I was an associate teacher. I was going to be going out for my teaching license and whatnot. So that way I could, get my little raise because they pay you a little more if you got that.
Mm-hmm.
They were only taking associate teachers because they had a shortage of teachers going on, which they still have, but that's for another conversation. Anyway, and right before I had started teaching, I had went to the hospital the summer of 2023 because I was sitting in my living room and I felt like almost like somebody was sitting on my chest is the best way to
Mm-hmm.
describe it. It's like it hurt to breathe. It kept getting harder to breathe. And I'm like, I don't have asthma or nothing like that. This isn't normal. So I actually caught either it was an Uber or a Lyft to the hospital. That's only about 10 minutes from my house. Thank the Lord. I didn't want to pay ambulance fees. Y'all can talk about me in the comments how you want to.
Right.
So I go there. I go to the ER. They run my blood pressure, and my blood pressure, according to them, mind you, at the time I'm 28. I had just turned 28 a couple months prior because my birthday's in May. My
Mm-hmm.
blood pressure, they said, was so high that I actually was at risk of having. They were scared I would have a stroke. My blood pressure was over 200.
Ooh.
The nurses looked at me as if they were surprised I was walking in on 2 feet versus being carried in after they checked my blood pressure.
Wow.
So come to find out, mind you, this is like June 2023 when all of this first kind of started before they formally diagnosed me. A few days prior, I was partying with Blair Underwood at a community event here in the area. Like, we having fun. We turned up. I got
Yeah.
to get a picture of Blair Underwood a few days later, hospital. Anyway,
Wow.
they tell me, look, we think your kidneys are failing. I'm like, say what? And they're like, we think it's due to high blood pressure. Mind you, I didn't know I had high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they had put it in like my medical chart online. But I didn't check that at the time often. For those that are on here, please keep up with your own medical stuff. Do
Yes.
not depend on them to keep up with it for you. You will be disappointed every time.
That's the best advice that you have
There
ever given.
there are
So
times
good.
now where I sit and think and I'm like, if you had checked that junk one time, there's a good
Yeah.
chance things would not have went as far as they did. But
Mm-hmm.
God knows everything that's going to happen. It's all for a
Right.
reason. We trust in Him. Anyway, um, they were like, "Look, we think we need to start running dialysis on you." I didn't want to do that. We believers. We believe in God. Going, rock the miracle out real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, they're gonna touch us. And it's gonna go bye bye. So I like, all right, let me go home and think about all this. I changed my diet and stuff to try to help get my blood pressure straight. That got me from June of 2023 till October. So God is a keeper because He kept me for about 4 months before I
Right.
had to go back into the hospital and finally just decided to do the dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
The day I went to the hospital the second time, which is in October 2 years ago, I was getting up to go teach. And anybody that's a teacher knows you have to be up very early in the morning. So I was up 5 something in the morning because I had to be at the school by 6:45, waiting for the kiddos or whatever. And I began to get sick. And mind you, it was from water. I drank some water and I began to get sick.
Oh.
And it scared me. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta go back to the hospital. I went back. They said it was my kidneys again. So I thought about it and I decided, you know what? I will do the dialysis. That's what I have to do right now to get this under control. I did not think I would be on it as long as I have been, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Due to my blood type, they do say it takes longer for me to get a kidney. I'm on the transplant list. I do have a
Oh,
living
okay.
donor that's on the table that hopefully we're hoping I'll be able to get that kidney by the end of the year. So we're keeping that in prayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it happened. They say the high blood pressure is a silent. They say kidney disease is a silent killer, especially in our community. And I say I'm referring to the African American community.
Yeah. Exactly.
And thank God I caught it before it killed me.
Man, that's crazy. Hey, Selena, girl. That's crazy. So, because there are people that don't know, like girl, what the intense part of what dialysis is. So, can
Yes.
you just share your experience of doing dialysis? What does that look like?
So dialysis, for those that don't know what it is, because I didn't really know what it was until
Yeah.
I had to deal with it. I had heard the term, I didn't really know what it was and why
Right.
people did it. I just knew older people
Yes.
sometimes did it. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
You would hear the people mention dialysis like Tyler Perry plays and stuff. That's all I knew.
Right.
Anyway, basically they're taking blood out of your body, cleaning it out, and putting it back. And also, they're taking excess fluid off your body. So, whenever
Mm,
you do a dialysis treatment, you have to get your blood pressure and you have to get your weight. They call it a dry weight. And there's a weight that is picked based off of your history, and other things of that nature, like based off different factors. And the goal is to try to stay around that weight. So, let's say the weight
mm,
hypothetically was 60 kilograms and it came up 63 kilograms when I get on the scale. We would want to take off 3 off of that 63 to get that number as close as we can back to 60.
yeah.
Because it's basically about cleansing the blood and it's about keeping that fluid level maintained. Um, my dialysis experience is a little different than some people's because I decided to go with the catheter, which is why I have this patch on my
Oh,
chest
okay.
and
Okay.
support in my upper chest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they do not recommend people stick with this throughout their whole dialysis journey because where it is located, it is right above my heart. They claim that if
Mm,
it gets infected, it could cause very much damage and be fatal.
mm,
Now, I I believe God, and I'm gonna explain when I say that. I do not like needles. I hate needles. Me and needles
yeah.
are not friends. But the typical way that they have done dialysis for the most part throughout medical history has been what they call using a fistula. Normally is what they use, which is where they like
Mm,
join 2 of your veins in your arm. Normally it's the dominant arm, which would be my right arm in this case because I'm right-handed.
mm,
And they join the 2 veins together to make the vein like thicker, and then they do a needle, and that's how they clean it out and do everything. I do not like needles. I detest needles. I hated getting shots as a child. When I got the COVID vaccine, I didn't want to do it at first. I did it because I was working. Um, and I don't like needles. I don't. I hate them.
mm.
So I did
Yeah.
not want to do that, but I did pray about it, and I did
Yeah.
feel like I heard God say, "Stick with the catheter," and I said, "Okay,"
Mm-hmm.
until God tells me otherwise, I will
Right.
do that. They,
Yeah.
they they haven't been fond of that, but of course, I advocate for my rights. Advocate for your rights as a patient. Do your
Yeah.
research.
And
Another
you know
reason
your
I just
body too.
yes,
You know what you can handle.
exactly another reason I decided not to do that also is so currently I do dialysis at home, which is an option a lot of people may not know you have. You can do it at home. My mother, who is my legal caregiver now, Thank God. We
Mhm.
recently got that cleared, which was I
Mhm.
thank God, that's such a blessing.
Mhm.
They trained us, and she does my dialysis.
Wow.
We decided to do that because I was in the clinic getting it done for about from October 2023 to about April 2024. So that was about 6 months I was going to the clinic. That was one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
Mm.
One, it's kind of like I call it a cattle call. You're there with a bunch of people you don't know. You do make friends and stuff, but you're there waiting around with people you don't know. There's all ages. I've seen people brought in on stretchers. I've
Mhm.
seen amputee patients. I've seen people that I had became acquaintances with get up from a treatment and actually collapse in the middle of the floor because the treatment had drained their bodies. During the treatment, you could hear people moaning and groaning and all types of things that they're having a painful treatment. It is not a pleasant experience.
Yeah. And that's just overwhelming.
Yes, it is a lot. Not only that, I feel like how can I put this? I'm doing my best to keep this from getting political and how I word this. I feel like how they handle the patients can be worked on. And when I say that, what I mean is a perfect example. They switched out one of the medicines they had to give us for a stronger version of the medicine. So the medicine they used to give it to us like once every couple of days, like
Mhm.
every other treatment kind of thing,
Mhm.
versus they had a new one that was the same thing basically but stronger where you only had to do it once a week or whatever. So they tried it on me. Mind you, I've never had something like this happen in my life. Out of nowhere, I feel like a weird pain in my shoulders and it kind of goes up and I start feeling like I'm having a hard time breathing. I'm coughing and I'm telling them whatever this is you gave me, this is too strong. I'm just going, it's too strong. I'm coughing, I'm coughing. They gave me an oxygen mask. They informed me that they believe I had an allergic reaction to the medicine.
Mm.
So I've never had an allergic reaction to anything. No food allergies, nothing. So they say, okay, do you mind if next time we try giving you some Benadryl first before we give this to you? Because I'm guessing in their minds, if we have to, we don't want to have to just give her the regular stuff and everybody else the strong stuff. That's maybe too much work on us. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I agree. The second time when they try it, they do give me the Benadryl first. This time I feel it start in the shoulders, it goes away. So I say, okay, it went fine. The third time, which the day that it happens to be a nurse was visiting, it broke through the Benadryl. So I feel it, it subsides, and then it breaks through. They had to put an oxygen mask on me. It freaked out the visiting nurse so badly that she actually sent me home without doing my treatment that day because my dry weight that day was very low. So they wouldn't have been taking a lot off of me in the first place.
Mhm.
According to her, I began to shake. That's how bad that reaction was that time. And she literally put, and it's still in my records to this day, do not give her Mercera, which is the name of the medicine. Do not
Then
give this to her. She's allergic. Don't give this to her no more.
wow.
This is at the clinic, mind you.
Wow. Yeah,
So
that's heavy.
yeah, so it's just it it puts you in a vulnerable place,
Mhm.
which is why I'm very happy I was blessed with a mother that has been there with for me during this season.
Yeah, very true.
Um, just because she's not a nurse, they had to train us. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
come from a family with a bunch of nurses, but that's not the career choice she chose. So for her to agree to do that, I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. And
Cause
that says a
yeah,
lot,
yeah,
just for your mom too.
mm,
And just because, I mean, as parents, yes, we do take care of, you do take care of your children, but
mm,
in this case, it's different. It could be a choice
yes,
because you can get a nurse
I could.
if she wanted to, she
Yes,
can. So the fact that she took on that role, to not only just be your mom, but also be your caregiver, um, to better your health, that's huge.
yes,
For sure, for sure. So
yes,
my question, you're 28 at this moment. You're 28 years old, and life has changed, and now you're in this new world of doing dialysis. Compared to how your life was previously to in this new life, what was it that changed?
Woo.
And how
Okay.
drastic was the change?
So the change was drastic. Like I said, I was a new teacher when this happened 2 years ago. You know, I'm 30
Hmm.
now, so it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
But I was a new teacher. I had to go on short term disability because I was not sure when exactly I would be back at work.
Hmm.
Um, because mind you, I was not only a new teacher, I was teaching eighth grade English, middle school. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they fiery.
Yeah. It's Domo, right? Make sure I say this right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eighth grade English. Not only was
Ooh.
it eighth grade English, but because I was a new teacher, I feel like they kind of hazed me a bit because I had a more veteran teacher right next to me. She had the advanced class.
Mm.
So they read, the good books, they behave a bit more, et cetera, et cetera. Nah, that ain't the class they gave the new girl.
Uh,
Nah, boy. They did not care. I had a bachelor's from Hampton. They ain't care about no test scores. They ain't care about none of that.
wow.
They said, you going to earn a bone. Watch this. So I had to stop teaching. Um, when I was going to the clinic, I was going to dialysis 3 times a week, including Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So my weekends were going for a while.
Yeah.
Uh, when I travel, even now, I have to do it around my dialysis schedule. So I
Really.
have to. I've still been able to travel, thankfully, but I have to just, kind of make sure to get it around, make that
Hmm.
schedule work. Um,
Was that like a hard transition for you? From going to basically like you're fully independent to now you have to work around your dialysis schedule.
Yeah, that is the hardest thing. Just because I'm still single even now. You in your late
Hmm.
20s, you know what I'm saying? My friends and I, we like to, go out to eat, stay over this one's house, if we feel like it, like, oh,
Hmm.
listen, if you want to, you can stay over my house. I don't care, I got a blanket for you,
Right.
etc. I got some extra PJs, whatever, but but when you're having to work around a dialysis schedule, like I'm going to a prayer conference this weekend. My mom and I literally had to sit down and go, okay, so the prayer conference is this weekend. So if y'all leave here, we can maybe do it early this morning. And like we had to literally sit and go bing bang boom.
Strategize. Yeah, for real.
Exactly. So it just adds an extra layer to the conversation that was not there. I
Hmm.
mean, when I first, because I will say, because of how the teaching paychecks and stuff work, I did still have some money coming in for a minute before my short term disability kicked in.
Hmm.
So it didn't hit me immediately the
Mm.
situation I was in. It's like, I got, my check and I was like, okay, I got enough to hold me till I figure this out, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Um, I was on the dating app back then, I ended up meeting a guy in like late November. Me and him talked on and off for like 6 months while all this was going on, and he was aware of
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
So it's just it didn't fully hit me per se until in January of 2024, I was forced to resign from my teaching position.
Mm.
They and the sad part, now I will say this, God did show favor in the situation, and I'll show you what I mean. So anybody that's taught knows that you got to go to HR when something like this happens to get your short-term disability stuff set up.
Right.
The HR person happened to be one of my old high school classmates.
Wow.
Not only just any high school classmate, she and I were in choir. She was in choir. That's how I knew her. And not only that, she was somebody that always actually like looked up to me. Like she had actually told me so.
Yeah.
Due to the fact of, I had already written my first book by the time all this happened, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm.
So I really have someone advocating for me behind the scenes,
Yeah.
trying to make sure I was straight while I figured all this out.
Yeah.
But she hit me up and was just like, I got the email, and it was just the fact of like, if you're not coming back, we gotta, get a class permanently to somebody else. And I'm like, well, can I just, take it as like a layoff? That way I can claim unemployment. And they're like, nah, you're deemed a contract employee.
Oh.
And mind you, when I started teaching, I did, and I should have. Once again, y'all, know, do your research on how
Yeah.
stuff work, so that way if something crazy happens, you got something to protect you. I
Mm-hmm.
did not join a union when I first started teaching because
Mm.
I did not think it would go down the way it did.
Yeah.
They had already mentioned I may have a kidney disease issue beforehand, but I thought I had it under control by changing my diet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did not think, oh, I need to join the union. So that way, if I get put off of work permanently,
Mm-hmm.
or at least what they deem permanently, I
Mm-hmm.
can have some protection.
Right.
So they tell me, nah, even if you get like laid off, it'll still be in the system as you resigned. No unemployment. None of that.
Wow.
None of that. No
That,
unemployment, no
yeah.
severance pay, no nada.
Yeah, and and I'm glad that you're sharing this side because it's
Mm.
first of all, it's not easy talking about, your life journey, but then also the sometimes the downfalls of it. um a lot of people don't like to share that side of it. So
Mm.
I appreciate you sharing, like, the you need to get your stuff in order first, like, just
Oh
make
yeah.
sure that you
Just in
get.
case. You never know.
Yeah, because you never know. The disability community is the only community that you ain't gotta have no referral, you ain't gotta have no timestamp. It's for everybody at any given moment. You ain't gotta have no race, age, nothing.
Nope.
You can hop in on this side at any given in a blink of an eye. For real, for real.
Mm.
Definitely so. I want to ask you two questions. One is, what is the hardest part about living with your disability?
Ooh, I know this is gonna sound crazy. Just if I give you a second to explain it after I say it.
Okay.
Oddly enough, I feel like the hardest part, it's a very close tie, and I'll explain why.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say money, but I've been able to make that work. You know, my mother and I are roommates. We were roommates before I got sick. My plan
Mm-hmm.
was to move out and get my own spot after I did about a year of teaching. You know, save up some
Mm-hmm.
money during my year of teaching or whatever, and get my own spot. You know, during my second year of teaching or whatever have you, to give her some time just to get some things in order so she could figure out how to
Right.
handle the bills without my income being included, and etc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but oddly enough, God has provided. He's provided, nothing has ever been disconnected, nothing has ever been cut off. Even if I did have to borrow it from somebody or borrow it from my mom and pay her back later or whatever, we have found a way to pull together and get it done.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, dating has been the hardest thing. It's
Mm.
actually been slightly harder than money, now that I think about it in an odd way.
That's
Um,
deep.
yeah, like I said, I was on some dating apps, when all this happened. Um, I just got off the dating apps recently. I'm just gonna take a break from them just because it's just like it ain't. Mm-mm.
It ain't.
But it ain't. It ain't exactly.
It
That's
ain't.
it. Ain't
That.
exactly. Fill that in how you please.
However you please.
Um. Anyway, I met this guy or whatever, and we talked on and off from December to May of 2024. So like 6 months talking on and off, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And part of me always now I will say I do think he had commitment issues a bit, when it came to like figuring out what exactly he wanted when it came to our dealing with each other, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But part of me always wondered, if I did not have to do dialysis, would that have played out the way it
Yeah.
did?
What would it look like?
um I got back with my ex for about a year while all this was going on. We almost got engaged, and we ended up breaking up, like a month before he was planning on proposing.
Mm.
Um, and then even some guy I was talking to for about a week on a dating app recently, everything was going fine. He lived, maybe an hour and some change away, but we were talking about, how we could maybe make it work and, et cetera, et cetera. He found out I did dialysis,
Mm.
disappeared, ain't heard from him. And
Wow.
pew,
Yeah, that definitely is that's
Deuces.
a struggle. It
Oh
takes
yeah.
a strong individual to get it for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
That's why with my
I
ex, I mean, he won't perfect, but one thing is he did not use that as an excuse to look at me as less than, and I think that's one of
yeah.
the reasons I stayed with him as long as I did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because I knew, okay, things don't work with us, it ain't because of my dialysis. It's just because we don't fit.
Right. Yeah, I get that for sure. Now, on the flip side,
Mm.
what is the most rewarding part about living with your disability?
Ooh, the
Good
most,
questions.
yeah, the most rewarding part, oddly enough, is it gave me an opportunity to refocus on me in a way. When I was teaching,
Mm,
when all this happened, I was really drained. I was getting
mm,
up 5 something in the morning. I wouldn't, because I would come home 4 o'clock in the afternoon, end up falling asleep accidentally, wake up, not be able to go back to sleep till 2 o'clock in the morning, and have to get up at 5 and
get
do it
up
all
at
over
5.
again.
Yeah.
When the weekend came, I was like, thank you, Jesus. Like, thank God this Friday was really thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
So with everything that happened, it gave me a chance to kind of sit down and rest, because my, like, even though the dialysis played a part, I think my body was actually worn out too, to be perfectly
Mm,
honest with you.
mm-hmm.
um Also, it gave me a chance to focus back on things I'm passionate about. I joined my friend's choir, and that I had just joined my friend's choir. I'm now a section leader in her choir.
Oh, that's cool.
I was able to start marketing my debut book again, and my next book, Second Wind, which is about my near death experience that happened on the weekend of my 30th birthday just earlier this year. That'll be
Wow.
out on the 31st of this month. We putting it out on Halloween, not to be spooky, but just so it could be out before the holidays. So y'all stop
Right.
that. I'm still Christian.
Right.
We're not trying to be spooky ooky.
Okay.
We
It's
just getting it
marketing.
out there
That's it.
before the
It's just
Christmas
it's
rush.
marketing.
That's all. We're getting it out there
Right.
so y'all can buy it and put it up under that tree. Amen.
Exactly.
Um, but it really just gave me a chance to tune back into me in a
Yeah.
way I had not done. I don't think I would have had time to explore being with my ex again, so I could finally, put a lid on, close that chapter up and just accept that that's not the man God wants me to be with.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had time to. Yeah, I wouldn't have had time to do any of that. Even the guy I was seeing for the 6 months before I got back with my ex, I wouldn't have had time to be going to no Top Golf on no weekday and this, that, and the third and whatnot.
Hmm.
Back when I was teaching,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would
I
have been
get
like, I
that.
got.
Yeah.
And he asked me that. He was like, "Yeah, ain't you got? I thought you was a teacher. Ain't it a school day?" And I had to explain what was going on. I didn't plan on explaining it to him as soon as I did. Like the first date, we
Right.
got in that conversation because he was like, "Yo, I need to get you home. Like it's a school night." And I'm like, "No, you don't." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Well, see, the girl won't leave
It's
right now
right,
because
right.
of X Y
Let's
Z."
get the elephant out the room. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get that for sure. It definitely did give you a sense of just rest.
Oh yes,
Like
all day,
sit in it for a second.
all day.
Because sometimes just life,
Mm.
we be on the hustle and bustle, focus and all
Yeah,
that. But I definitely do appreciate you sharing your journey, sharing your story. Um,
thank you.
and you're a fighter for sure. And I think you've given us some nuggets to just even think about. It don't matter the age, just to think about regarding life and just valuing life and valuing like you as a person, taking care of yourself
Yes.
and listening to your body. And also she said it and I need y'all to catch it. Look at the medical records. Okay? Do your research on what's going
Check
on
the
with you.
records. What they saying?
Do your look at make sure you know from head to toe bars.
Yes.
Make sure you know.
Whew.
For real, for real. Thank you again so much
If y'all hear a
for
whipping noise, it is a little hot in my back room. I turned on my AC, and I don't think that's really
That
doing the
wasn't the
trick.
wisest, right?
So I'm having a little church fan moment
It's
for
all
those
good.
that grew up in that church and know about that
It's
hot
all
church
good.
action.
It's all good. I can't even hear it back here or over here. I can't even
Ooh.
hear it. But before you go, wait. Yes. Wait. Do I want to say that? Okay, wait. Because I see underneath your name and I want people
Yes.
to find you. But I'm like, should
Yes.
I do it
So
before you go first? Okay, well,
yeah.
we're
So
gonna say this.
yeah.
So your IG is ABK Gardner
Yes.
and your TikTok is Amber Gardner 30.
Yes.
And wait, your TikTok and Facebook?
So the IG, Facebook, and my ex are all ABK Gardner. The TikTok
Okay.
is the only one that's different. I'm trying to get that fixed. TikTok is giving me a bit of a hard time. Y'all pray for me.
Listen,
TikTok and they
all you
votes.
guys go follow her on IG and Facebook.
Yes.
ABK Gardner and Amber
Yes.
Gardner 30 for sure, for sure.
Yeah. We got new
I
stuff
think
coming soon. The new book comes out, like I said, the 31st of
gay.
this month.
Why you keep popping on the screen?
He said he wants a hug too. He said he needs love. He said, give me love.
Golly.
He said, Martin Stein, give me love.
Child.
Give me love.
Give me
And hit the
love.
shoulders.
Child, what is going on? Thank you, Selena. We appreciate you. All right, before you go, we got a question.
All right.
It ain't me. It's the studio glitching. That's what they all say.
Wasn't me.
It,
Didn't it
it
catch
wasn't
you
me.
on the time?
It
It
wasn't
wasn't
me.
me.
That's all good, Gabe. I got you. Uh, but before you go, we got a before you go question.
All right. I got you.
Great. What's the question? Tell me what you would you rather have
Oh.
telekinesis or
Okay, what is telekinesis? First of all, I need a definition. Chat
okay, I
GPT, what
think
this is?
telekinesis is when you think and when you know what they thinking.
Okay, and telepathy is the future. I'm assuming, or
Yes.
okay.
Telepathy is I think
Ooh,
the future.
mm.
Child.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
When you can read the mind. Oh, telepathy is when you can read their mind.
Okay,
Okay,
what's
what's
telekinesis?
telekinesis? Child. Because I don't know. It's when you can think what they is when you can go where they go. Is when you can move things with your mind. Oh, when you can move things. Okay. So
Oh,
telekinesis is when you can move things with your mind.
oh,
Telepathy is when you can know what they're thinking.
oh.
You can read their minds.
Okay, because I'm about to say if we gonna go, know what they thinking versus knowing the future. I'm like, God has given the girl a vision once or twice, so I mean,
Exactly.
I've kind of had experience at the future thing. But all right, I'll probably say know what they thinking only because girly is still single in these in these
Mm.
raggedy dating streets.
It's
New
the
things
raggedy
need new
for me.
pavement, new cement, new lines, all that. We need some detour signs for them roads that need a little extra
Something.
work. Uh,
Alert, green, something. I got
we
you.
need some of the people out there with the flashing lights, saying detour, detour, do not date him, to burn that number,
I
detour,
feel that. I
detour.
feel
So I would
so
say
telepathy.
telepathy. There we go. I said
Telepathy. I got
telepathy.
you.
See,
Okay.
that
I
head
think
went
I
out the
do
window
I
just that
want to do
fast.
telekinesis because I be liking to play with people. I'm a little too goofy
Now that's
and
giving Harry Potter mess. Like
I'm a
imagine
big
I read the books.
kid.
I did not watch the movies though. I
Yeah,
don't
I
need
don't
to be
either. I
frightened.
didn't. Yeah, I wasn't. My mama said that's too demonic, so I wasn't
That's the
really.
thing. My mom did the same thing. She was like, "You can't watch them movies." I read
Yeah,
them books though. I said, "I'm gonna read these books. You gonna be mad at me all you want." And them
yeah,
books was
but I
thick,
just want to
and I
move
still was
stuff.
in it. Books was
Like if somebody's sitting down in a chair and then I accidentally slide the chair when they about to sit down and they fall, like
nah. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much.
I'll do
Telepathy though.
telekinesis.
I do
You do
telepathy.
telepathy. I'm gonna do telekinesis because I'm
Yeah,
a big jokester.
yeah. That way, if I see a fine dude at the church event or something, I can tell if he trying to get my number or not.
I feel it. I feel it. Well, thank you again so much for gracing the stage.
Yes.
I appreciate it again. Gabe's gonna put you in the back. Don't log off though, because we don't end the show. Whoop, whoop,
All
whoop.
right.
Bye, girl. Yeah, I told y'all. My guest is super dope. Man, like her story is amazing. It's just powerful. Like And please take what she said. Please do your homework on your disabilities, medical conditions, history, all that. Like, do your own. Know what you got. For real, for real, for real. Because there are a lot of things that you can avoid. There are a lot. You just need to be knowledgeable of your own body. Do not rely on the professionals. Because they got 50 other thousand patients. They ain't thinking about you like that. Okay? Just saying. All right, so church announcements. If you or someone you know have a disability and or medical condition and you want to be a guest on the show, holla at me. Let me know what's up. You feel me? Let me know what's up. Because we ain't going nowhere. If you want to be a part of the top tier community, I'm your guy or I'm your gal. You feel me? Also, this is, hear me clearly, because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You feel me? When I say you need to have something actually you're dealing with, don't be coming over here talking about you got a paper cut. Huh? Don't be talking about you stub your toe. Turn on the light. Don't talk about you hit your funny bone. Ah ha ha ha. That's all I got for you. And nothing else. We deal with some real life stuff over here. Okay? For real, for real. Also, next Tuesday, we are live in living color. Here's the thing. I need y'all to hear me clearly. Next Tuesday is our final episode of season 5. I know, like, that's crazy. I feel like we just started. It's our last episode. Like, and as y'all know, we always end it with me and my work husband, Gabe. So it's gonna be us chopping it up one time for the one time, doing a little recap type John. You feel me? So next Tuesday is our final episode of One Being Brave season 5. What time is it, Domo? I'm glad you're at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. We in there. I'm just like, y'all, we did a whole season 5. Like, we season 5. We about to be ending with season. God, you just be doing your big one. You feel me? Like, that's why you're the big man on campus. Cause he just be doing his big one. And for that, I'm grateful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank y'all for just seeing. Like, girl, what are you talking about? What's going on in your world? We appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm gonna say it every single time because I don't take it lightly. Thank you guys so much for commenting, watching, all the things. Like, I really appreciate it. You guys do not have to. Y'all could be eating chicken. Is all I'm saying. Or frying some fish. Watching 911. Is all I'm saying. So I know 5 is the number of great. Whoo, GRACE. My God, today. GRACE. And I'm super grateful that God kept us through. For real, for real. And we just about to blow up. Like, man. I was telling Gabe, okay, real quick, then I'm about to go for real. I was telling Gabe, because I don't know who tunes in. I don't know who watches. I can't see that on purpose because I don't want to be caught up in the numbers and stuff. Nevertheless, less than so. I just so happened to be scrolling and I saw the views from the show 2 weeks ago. It was over 700. Like, a tier. I was so grateful because I'm like, 700 of y'all, whether y'all watch for 30 seconds or 60, it don't matter. 700 of y'all was watching to see what I was talking about. That is so humbling because not everybody likes to talk about the disability community. It's not like an easy topic. Hi, Mom Sonia, I love you. It's not an easy thing that people like to hear and discuss and all the things, right? So just to have 700 of y'all, like, even 100 is a lot to me. That's like, dang, girl, you done sold out the doggone arena. So I'm just grateful for everyone that tunes in and watches, even the ones that come to me personally and be like, I watch your show. I don't take it lightly. For real. I really thank y'all. All right, so with that being said, don't log off because there's something after this. Okay? I know 700 in that thing. 700. And that's a period. It's the paper for me. Don't log off though. Don't. Okay, because I know where all y'all live. Maybe or maybe not. It don't matter. Just don't log off though. Okay, Gabe. Cause I'm hungry. I need some chicken wings and whoop de doo. I love y'all. I love y'all. Gabe, get me out of here. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Gabe, Gabe, get me out of here. Gabe, that's your cue.